Today we are converting vertex form to standard form. Last class we graphed quadratics in vertex form by using transformations. I have put an example or the formula for vertex form here. Now we're going to take those formulas and we're going to convert them into standard form. You guys have seen standard form whenever we did factoring. So our first example is f of x equals x plus 2 times x plus 6. We are going to use FOIL, or you may use the box if that's what you would like to use. Okay, so x times x is x squared, x times 6 is 6x, 2 times x is 2x, and 2 times 6 is 12. Our final answer here is x squared plus 6x plus 2x gives us 8x plus 12. This should be a review of what we did back in Unit 7 with foiling. So we started with vertex. We are ending with standard. Next class, you will graph from standard form. So this next example, we have x minus 7 squared. What that means is you have x minus 7 times x minus 7. You guys have already seen this problem on a test before. So to FOIL this out, x times x is x squared. X times negative 7 is negative 7x. Negative 7 times x is negative 7x. And negative 7 times negative 7 is positive 49. The negative 7x and the negative 7x are like terms. So the standard form for this function is x squared minus 14x plus 49. We started with vertex form. We ended with standard form. Moving on to the next one, we have 2 times x plus 1 times x minus 3. When you have a problem like this, you have to FOIL first before you distribute the 2. So x times x gives me x squared. X times negative 3 is negative 3x. 1 times x is 1x. And 1 times negative 3 is negative 3. The 2 is just hanging out outside for right now. Make sure you simplify the parentheses all the way down before you distribute the 2. So negative 3x plus 1x is negative 2x. And distributing the 3, 2 times x squared is 2x. 2 times negative 2 is negative 4x. And 2 times negative 3 is negative 6. Our final answer is 2x squared minus 4x minus 6. Remember, you FOIL first and then distribute the number outside. On this next one, we have negative 3 times x plus 2 squared minus 5. Now, it's very important that you do this in the correct order. So the negative 3 is going to hang out on the outside for right now, and we're going to FOIL out x plus 2 times x plus 2. Remember, this squared here does not mean you distribute it to x squared plus 2 squared, but you have to actually write this out in FOIL. So the negative 3 and the negative 5 hang out for right now. X times x gives us x squared. X times 2 gives us 2x. 2 times x gives us 2x. And 2 times 2 gives us 4. We need to just simplify this down as far as possible. So the 2x and the 2x become 4x. And now your next step is very important. Just like PEMDAS, you're going to multiply first before you subtract the 5. So we're going to distribute the negative 3. This becomes negative 3x squared, negative 12x, and negative 3 times 4 gives you negative 12. And your very last step is to subtract that 5. The 5 can only combine with the negative 12, which means my final answer is negative 3x squared minus 12x minus 17. So you FOIL first, then distribute, then add or subtract at the end. Our last example is 4 times x minus 1 squared plus 5. We're going to follow the same steps as the previous one. First, we're going to FOIL out x minus 1 times x minus 1. X times x gives us x squared. X times negative 1 is negative 1x. Negative 1 times x is negative 1x. And negative 1 times negative 1 is positive 1. Combining like terms here, this becomes x squared minus 2x plus 1. And then remember, you have to distribute before you add that 5. So 4 times x squared is 4x squared. 4 times negative 2x is negative 8x. And 4 times 1 is 4. Your very last step is to add 4 and 5 to get a final answer of 4x squared minus 8x plus 9. We started with vertex form. We're ending in standard form. This lesson really should be a review for you. You're just following your PEMDAS rules and you're just foiling it out. Remember, you have to FOIL first, then distribute, then add or subtract at the very end.